business opportunity that is taking the world by storm. He is somebody whom I've come to learn. When I know his story, I am very, very moved by what he has done in his life. He hasn't had the easiest life. You know, sometimes when people take the stage, you think, you know, they are a star and it's easy for them to come on stage. It's not. And this gentleman, if I may say so, has it harder than most people. Because before he became a Ruby director, he had a lot to do in his life. But before we bring him on, I'd like to show you 2 videos. These 2 videos are from mainstream media. It's not an endorsement of our products. However, it does touch on the technology behind our products. So please enjoy.
A former model's plastic surgery nightmare.
It took away my natural look. To me, I had no cheekbones left.
Her heartbroken celebrity daughter.
This has been a tough 12 years watching her go through this.
And the extra life changer who performed a miracle makeover with no cutting, no drugs, and no downtime.
I'm Dr. Nathan Newman, cosmetic surgeon.
Pioneer of the non-surgical stem cell lift, Dr. Newman, the only man Marla Maples trusted to repair the damage done to her mother Anne during a facelift 12 years ago.
Anne's face has unevenness, indentations, and some scarring in those areas.
Using Anne's own stem cells taken from fat in her thighs, Dr. Newman plumped up her hollow cheeks and smoothed out her uneven skin with a series of tiny injections.
The stem cells incorporate into the tissues, and they become part of the tissues, and they will age with you, so it can last for 5 to 10 years plus.
Halfway through the procedure, already dramatic improvement.
Smile for us. You can tell that the bump is not there anymore. It's no longer creating that dent.
Fast forward 3 weeks later, you won't believe what the former Atlanta model looks like now.
I look more like I did before the surgical facelift.
You know what? I think we're back to how we were when I was 16 and she was 40. She can look in the mirror and go, wow, my cheekbones are back.
Are strangely beautiful, but the world's best aging researchers see something entirely different. They see the act possible, the most important and complex question of all time. Dr. Sinclair, as I look here, I'm seeing very cute little colored cubes.
Well, these little cubes are actually the protein in our bodies that we believe controls the aging process.
If he's right, Dr. David Sinclair has found one of the genetic keys that will reset our biological clocks.
I think we've passed a turning point in our understanding of the aging process.
How did he discover these proteins? This looks like a barcode, but it's really a map of our genome, the blueprint of human life stored in every cell in our bodies. A few of these genes play a key role in the speed at which our cells age. Dr. Sinclair randomly tested tens of thousands of cells, searching for the chemical that would activate those genes.
We found it by accident. We stumbled upon this molecule from red wine. And when I looked on the computer, what is this resveratrol, and found that it was in red wine, I almost fell off my chair. Because, of course, we all have heard that red wine is good for you.
Just so happens, I have red wine.
To your health.
How much of this would I have to drink to really make a difference?
Well, our experiments tell us probably about 1,000 bottles a day.
Well, that was not the solution. Dr. Sinclair then went back to the lab and found a way to make resveratrol 1,000 times more potent. So, what does it do in the body?
Well, what we have discovered is that resveratrol works on a gene which is called SIRT1, and this is a gene that controls the aging process. Resveratrol seeks out that gene and switches it on.
And with that gene activated in the mouse on the right by a high dose of resveratrol, she quickly turned into a mini Olympian, running twice as far as the untreated mouse on the left.
and they were eating high-fat diet, a fatty diet, and they lived just as long as a lean, healthy mouse, which means that they didn't get heart disease, cancer, even osteoporosis, and they lived 30% longer.
Can you do this in humans?
With the same exact gene. And we think that resveratrol could have similar benefits in people.
Realizing the blockbuster potential for his new pill, Sinclair teamed up with biotech entrepreneur Chris Westphal, together raising more than $100 million for further research.
And we think that we can increase healthy lifespan. So if you're in your 80s, you'll be behaving as if you were in your 50s.
In the first human trial, a form of resveratrol successfully treated type 2 diabetes, one of the major diseases of aging.
If everything goes very well, we will seek regulatory approval from the FDA in the next 5 years.
I think a lot of people will say you're raising expectations. This can't possibly happen.
My answer to that is, I agree, but it's true. What else can I say? Aging is really a set of diseases, and if we slow them down and cure them, people will live longer, healthier lives.
And you're talking especially now about diabetes and Alzheimer's?
So the major killers of Western society are exactly the diseases that should be able to be treated with the drugs we're developing.
Well, you know what, Doctor?
Cheers.
Did you enjoy the video? Yes? There are some really amazing anti-aging technologies that are in the market right now. And tonight, the very first speaker who's here to share this with you is none other than our Ruby director, Alvin Pua, whose life changed when he met Jeunesse. I'll let him tell you his own story. Alvin, come on and join me on stage.
Hi everybody. Well, my name is Alvin. I'm from Singapore. Before I start, I'll take this opportunity to thank a few persons. First, my parents. Without them, I won't be here today. And another two persons is actually my mentor and the person bringing me to the business, Steven Tan and Diamond Director. Please give them a round of applause. Okay, I have a show of hand. How many of you is here today because you want to be healthy and you want to be full of energy? Okay, before I continue, can I spend a little bit, like 2 minutes to share with you my story? Okay, for me, before I started Jeunesse, I was actually working for the government. I thought that would be the best choice that I made in my life because I thought they were supposed to take care of me until the day I pass on. Anyway, so after a few years working for them, I have a medical condition called multiple sclerosis. It attacked my nerve, my central nervous system. And because of that, the medical condition, I lost my job, I lost my health, and in fact, I lost certain function in my body. There was once I was paralyzed, I blind my left eye, I can't hold anything on my hand, that's why I'm not using a mic. And not only that, I used to suffer from depression as well. So you see from the picture over there, there's one botak where I was botak. There's one picture of botak, not botak. The picture is botak. Not because I went to become a mom, it's because I went for chemotherapy. So the reason for the chemotherapy is because they want to wipe out all my immune system, so that immune system have no more chance to attack the whole body. But I don't know, how many of you have went for chemo before? No one? Oh, one. I think she can feel me. The process is definitely not easy. And during that period of time, there's 6 months I was totally quarantined. And I was taking a lot of supplements, eating all the good food that I can get hold of. And that's the time I get to know about Jeunesse. My mentor come to me and telling me that this thing, you should take it. So I trust him, I took the product. And amazingly, after 10 over days, I realized a significant difference in terms of my mental alertness, my energy level, and gradually I start gaining weight. And something really special happened to me after that. I realized my bladder control become normal. I start able to walk properly. And not only that, I also realized that I'm getting smarter. So I went for MRI test. The reason for MRI test is because in my brain there are certain damages. They call white spots. It's actually being eaten off by my immune system. But after the test, I saw something amazing. All the white spots, they're all healed up. Okay. They're all healed up. So when that happened to me, I think that the product is so wonderful. I believe that this product will be able to help a lot of people. That's why I go out and start sharing. And when I start sharing, is a pivotal part of my life because during that time I was so broke, I was in debt. I need to borrow money to actually go for my medical treatment and things like that. But because of Janice, after 1 over 2 years of hard work, not really hard work, I just keep sharing your passion. And what happened? Today, even when I sleep, there's income coming in. And therefore, I like to sleep more. Because every morning, the first thing I wake up, I don't go and grab my wife, I go and grab my laptop. I look at how many of you is doing that? So, this is good. Do you like to sleep and then wake up and see money in the pocket? Yeah. Definitely, am I right? So, today I will share with you what Janice is all about. Can I have the next slide? Okay. All great companies started off with great people, and 2 great people over here is actually this couple, wonderful, kind-hearted couple, Randy Lewis and Wendy Ray. You see, it started off like this. Randy Ray was suffering from a knee problem. All the doctor is telling him that he need to actually do operation, cut, and things like that. And as he said, he don't want to do that, and therefore he sought for a second opinion, and he found Dr. Nathan. Dr. Nathan uses stem cell technology, stem cell injection, and his leg was actually healed 2 months later without any surgery. He was very amazed. So he's saying that this stem cell thing is so good. Can I alter them out and then everybody can just use at home? And you know what's the answer? No, you can't. Because stem cell can only survive minus 45 degrees and below. So if anybody tell you you can consume stem cell, they're bluffing you. It is life. So, but he said that there's something that he found. It's a stem cell technology. And when all you need to do is just apply, an amazing healing effect will happen. So, this couple actually decided to work with the doctor, and that's why this company started at 2009-0909. Auspicious number, huh? Okay, now, so what are they doing before that? In fact, they have their own company before that, and they are consultants for e-commerce for past 20 over years. So for the past 20 over years, they help many companies to sell their online businesses. They also have their own online businesses and their consultants. In fact, their biggest project is that they actually help NASA to design this software and hook out the hardware for this thing called launching pad software. Do you know what is it? You all watch TV, huh? Yeah. You watch TV, right? Yeah. And you saw this thing before the rocket shoot up, they have this countdown, 10, 9, 8, 7. You saw this, right? That software and the hardware is called by them. It's called the launching pad software. And till now, this software and hardware is still used by NASA. And today we have the opportunity to actually work with them. Isn't it amazing? Okay, now let's talk about the next photo. And Wendy Lewis is also second time being named as the most influential woman in this industry. Okay, next. And because of the expertise, next. Okay. Janice actually won this award called a Rising Star Award because on that year we have 94% growth and then become the top 3 fastest growing company in the world. Amazing. Next. And then coming this year we actually become the top 46 company in the whole world. In fact, in the whole 100 companies in the world, there's none company that's actually lesser than 10 years. And we are the only one. Okay, next. Okay, this is the most outdated news. Janice actually recently win this 18 awards, 6 are American Business Award, and 12 is actually Tele Awards. Do you know that these awards are competing together with Fortune 500 company? And we won them. That means the company actually has very, very good management system. And all this is actually track record. So we have fantastic track record for the past 4 years. How about in the future? How many of you actually buy stocks here? When you buy stock, you want to buy stock at the low point, and then when you hit up, you actually earn a lot of money, am I right? Let me tell you a secret, you like tips? You like tips? I don't think you like tips. You like tips? Yes. Okay, let me share with you something. This person, this is the tips, next. Okay, this gentleman over here, his name is Kampa Putani. For past 30 years, he has been involved in this industry, and then he's only been into 2 companies. It shows his loyalty. And for the 2 companies that he's involved with, they are actually dying company or not doing so well. But because of him, these 2 companies become multi-billion company, top 10 company in the world right now. Alright, isn't he amazing? He's amazing, right? And do you know something? Today, he's an Asia Pacific president of Janice. Janice, I think this time, Janice now is $256 million sales volume. He has helped 2 companies to become multi-billion. Is that a great difference and is that a great jump? Today, if you invest your time and build this business up, when a company becomes multi-billion, you only need to take 1%. See my point? Okay, now next. Of course, with great company, of course you need to have very good product because the product is the soul of the company, am I right? And our product actually is backed up by these 4 world-renowned doctors, and the one that I want to talk about today now is this one next. Okay, Dr. Nathan Newman. He's the doctor that you see in the video just now. Alright, so he actually mentioned something. He said that, as I mentioned, he cannot put stem cell into a bottle, but he can put something in the bottle. It's called growth factor. Next, I'm very happy to share with you in our products inside contain 200 over types of growth factor. What is so special about 200 over types of growth factor? Actually, if you find growth factor in the market, you can find. There are some skincare products that contain growth factor. The maximum, I've done my research, the maximum I found so far is 12. This 200 over. So it's a big difference. But what does growth factor do? Let's take a look at the video to find out. Next.
Aging. This is a topic that literally affects everyone. But what if there was a revolutionary solution? The answer? Stem cells.
Stem cells are basically our fountain of youth. This is what maintains our body's reparative, regenerative abilities. As we age, every cell breaks down and needs to be replaced, and what replaces it is the stem cells.
By using stem cells, a company has developed a special growth factor complex that heals our cells and slows down the appearance of the aging process. The process begins with the search for the best stem cells in the human body. The stem cells are found within the body's fat layer. By using a sterile and specialized syringe, doctors extract a mixture of fatty tissue and a group of healthy stem cells. Laboratory technicians then separate the stem and fat cells by using a centrifuge system. From here, the stem cells are placed in a petri dish and given food they need to grow. As the cells grow, they multiply quickly, filling in any gaps or holes. This is very similar to how the body heals wounds. During this phase, the stem cells release a chemical signal, or what is called a growth factor. Growth factors are the cell's language. This is how thousands of cells communicate, enabling each other to do one vital function: repair and regenerate tissue in the body. Growth factors are the critical ingredient used in a revolutionary youth-enhancing system developed by a global leader in this technology. The company is Jeunesse. The state-of-the-art product is Luminous.
Stem cell technology is very important to medicine and to the cosmetic industry because it's allowing us to deliver to the body exactly the same growth factors, the same signals that it needs to repair and regenerate the tissues.
When Luminous is applied to your skin, it's like the same process that the stem cells go through in the petri dish. Growth factors in the Luminous products talk to your body's cells. The result? A healthier, much younger, better-looking you.
Okay, so you know what is growth factor already, am I right? Okay, today I'm very happy to share with you. Why? Because this is one product that I'm using for myself. You see, this product is so simple. You know what? Last time before I started using this product, my cabinet in front of the mirror inside got myself got 6-7 bottles, my wife got about 7-8 bottles, including my mom and dad. I think there's easily 20 to 30 bottles. So today, the whole family, all we need to do is to have these few bottles. Why is that so? Because the same product is suitable from baby to old people, men, women, any skin type, any skin problem. Isn't it simple? It's simple and it saves a lot of money. And you know what? How to use the product is actually very simple. How many of you cleanse your face here? Not all. Are you sure? How many of you cleanse your face here? Okay, you cleanse your face here. So there is a cleanser for you. So this cleanser actually do detox and also clean away your thick skin. Now, other than that, after cleansing your face, what do you do with the product? You put the serum, and then in the daytime, you put the day moisturizer. After putting the day moisturizer, you don't need any SPF anymore because inside contains SPF. So what? The total regimen is only 3 steps. Okay? And in the morning, that's in the morning. And now what do? You put the cleanser, you put the serum, and you put the night cream. Is it simple? Simple, huh? And then there's actually a mask over there. And this, is it there? The mask is not there, huh? I told you to talk about the mask, huh? Okay, there's actually a mask over there. This mask, right, I tell you what tips. Before you go for any wedding event, or before you actually go to any events, you put on the mask, your skin will look fabulous. bright, and the makeup actually stick. Okay, for ladies, remember that. There's one big bottle over there. What is that? It's actually a body renewal. Why do you need a body renewal? Let me ask you a question. When your face is very nice, do you want your body to be very nice? You definitely want your body to be very nice, right? Not only your body will actually become very smooth, you also do repair. And what happens when your skin is very smooth? At night, when you're very urgent, all you need to do is to shake your body and the clothes will drop off. Don't need one piece by one piece, okay? Because the skin is so smooth. Alright, next. Those who laugh no matter. Okay, next. Okay, talking about whole package of anti-aging, whatever you apply on the face is important. Do you think what is happening inside is actually even more important? It's definitely more important, am I right? You want your outside to look young, you want your inside to be young also? You want it, am I right? So today introducing this doctor who is responsible for our product inside. Next. Okay, Dr. Vincent Jababa. Dr. Vincent Jababa is a father of anti-aging. Why is that so? Because anyone who wants to become an anti-aging doctor need to study the textbook that's written by him. At the same time, they need to also go through the examination and pass the examination set by him. You know that? He's an authority. And recently, he's actually being nominated for 2014 Nobel Prize for his anti-aging and stem cell research. And today, our health is in his hand. Isn't it amazing? And do you know something? He also takes care of the health of the astronauts. So that makes us Astro Boy. Okay, thanks. Now, the first product I will share with you is this, Reserve. How many of you are actually drinking this product? You have this over here, right? It tastes very good, am I right? Okay, now, so what does Reserve do? In fact, Reserve is comprised of many exotic fruits with very high antioxidants. But that's not the most important thing. Reserve, the key ingredient inside is actually this thing called resveratrol, which you saw in the video. It's actually, they found this from red wine. Alright, but the thing is, how many bottles of red wine can we drink in a day? Not many, am I right? And do you know that one sachet that you're holding in your hand right now is equivalent to more than 150 bottles of red wine without the alcohol? And most importantly, there's a technology behind it. Technology is sublingual absorption. That means when you drink the product, what happens is that you don't need to, it bypasses all your gut, it bypasses all your stomach and intestine, it goes straight to your bloodstream through your tongue. 95% and above absorption. Alright. Of course, there is actually a lot of benefit mentioned just now. I just want to touch on 50. Am I right? Can I touch on 50? Yes. Can I? 50. I touch on 5. Alright, next. The first one, it actually increases your metabolism. What happens when the metabolism rate is increased? Want to share with me? Anyone?
Digestion is bad.
Okay, give you a tip. It burns fats. So when you burn fats, what happens? The places you want to be small, small. The places you want to be big, big. Okay? So you burn fats. And second thing, you realize that your skin actually becomes much smoother because the dead skin actually metabolizes way faster. Alright? And the second thing you do is that you activate this gene called longevity. When I know about that, the first thing I think about is actually my parents. Because I would definitely want them to live as long as possible. And when longevity is being activated, as you see in the video, it actually increases the lifespan 30 to 35%. Okay, third one. Next one. Okay, and third, it actually increases blood flow to the brain and to the spine. This is extremely important. You know why? Let me ask you something. How many of you know how does the dinosaur die? How many of you know how does the dinosaur extinct? Nobody know, only a few know, the rest don't know. Actually, in fact, many people don't know why does the dinosaur extinct. A lot of people will say that it's because of not enough food, because of something rammed into the earth. In fact, they're all wrong. The only person that knows why does the dinosaur extinct is me. You want to know the answer? Yes. Serious, don't sound convincing. You want to know the answer or not? Yes! Hey, let me tell you the answer. You see, last time, many years ago, the dinosaur actually roamed the world. You know that, right? And they are roaming the world, there's no places for us. You know. And then what happened is one day, it started to rain. Very heavy rain for 40 days. And all the animals are all drowned. And luckily, they found one very big ship. So all these surviving animals, they all jump onto the ship and hoping to survive. But the ship, although it's very big, it can't contain everyone. And then they have to sacrifice some. So they were actually having a meeting like today. You're saying, who should we sacrifice? If I sacrifice you, not fair, am I right? I sacrifice you, can or not? Can or not? Over here on the right side. also not fair. So they have a meeting and finally they come with one conclusion. They say, every one of them, every animal will have to tell a joke. And if the joke is funny enough, everybody laugh, that animal will be spared. Alright, but of course if anybody is not laughing, then the animal have to throw overboard. So the first one to do the joke, to share the joke, who is it? Dinosaur lah, he's the bigger size lah. So the dinosaur share the joke, and dinosaur, you know what? He's very confident because he's a joker. Alright, in fact, in real life he's a joker. He's very good at telling jokes. So he tells his best joke, and all the animals is all laughing on the floor, rolling. And what happened is that he was thinking in his heart, okay already lah. And then suddenly he realized something. There's one animal, small animal, is totally not laughing. He's looking at the dinosaur. And the animal is called piglet. So poor dinosaur, that's the reason why he's being thrown down. He extinct. Alright, so the next animal that came out is actually a lion. The lion is actually very bad at telling jokes, but he did his best, he tells his jokes, but nobody is laughing. But one animal started to laugh. Who's that? The animal is actually the piglet. The piglet was laughing very loudly, rolling on the floor, and all the animals were looking at the piglet and saying, hey, what happened to you? How can you laugh? It's very boring, you know. And then you know what's the big answer? The big answer said that the dinosaur got joke more. Very funny. I hope you catch it. You know why the pig reacts so slowly? Because the blood circulation is very bad. So, in your job or whatever you're doing, if you see people beside you or people around you a bit slow one, you have to tell them to take this one. It can be life and death matter. Okay? So the 4 benefits, of course, when you have blood circulation going to all your organs, providing all the oxygen that your body needs, it do repair. And at the same time, you actually prevent and delay a lot of degenerative diseases. Okay, last one. Okay, now, Dr. William Lee is a cancer specialist. He's been doing research on cancer for the past 20 over years, and he found something very interesting. You see, a lot of times when people have this condition, a lot of people say you cannot eat this one, you cannot eat this one, am I right? Always be telling this one cannot eat, that one cannot eat. But at first he actually says something. He says that you should eat something. There are certain food on earth, and when you eat it, you actually do one job. That job is called anti-angiogenesis. Big word. So what does it mean? He said that all the cancer cells actually need something to survive. They need food to survive. And these cancer cells are all very smart. They come up with certain capillaries, tap into our main arteries, and they get food for whatever we're eating. You see? So by eating the right food, like grapes and things like that, they actually have the ability to cut away all this abnormal blood supply and causing the cancer cell to stream. So what happens if a person has no food to eat? Die. And what happens if a cancer cell has no food to eat? He also die. And over here you can see from the diagram below, there's one cancer cell with a lot of white color one. All the white color are all blood capillaries. But after giving the patient resveratrol, it actually reduced by 60%. So today I share about 5 benefits. If you remember none, never mind, but remember this, because this could save a life. Today, if I have cancer and I can consume this, my chance of surviving will be 60% higher. That is very important. Alright, okay, next one. Okay, next product I will share with you is AMPM. You see, Reserve has the benefit of targeting certain medical conditions, increasing blood circulation and oxygen, and heals. And this is something that is also important. Why? Because it feeds yourself with all the nutrients you need. How many of you eating the good? How many of you actually eating good food every day? Every meal. My breakfast is durian today. I bought very good durian at the job. So we don't eat good every day. We don't eat what we need, we eat what we want. Am I right? Therefore, this multivitamin, which is specially formulated by Dr. Vincent, is actually very important. Now, let me give you a scenario. Today you have a house. You want to renovate a house. You engage the best designer, you also engage the best renovator. So romantic. So you engage the best designer, you engage the best renovator. But when they come to your house, it's full of rubbish. They can't even find a place to stand. They can't find a place to do what they want to do. Do you think your house will be beautiful? No, right? So the same goes for our body. So what do we need to do? Let's take a look at the next video to find out.
See this book? This is you. Clean, refreshing. It's beautiful. Okay, you might not feel this way, but this is how we were meant to be. There's only one problem. Every morning, from waking up to when we go to bed, we can run into exhaust, traffic, smog, factories, cell phones, pesticides, public water, chlorinated water, nasty restaurant water, swimming in pools, swimming in debt, swimming in smoke, that's secondhand smoke, snack foods, junk foods, fast foods, processed foods. Notice when food is left out and it didn't spoil here. That's not good. Soda drinks, diet drinks, preservatives, stress with the family, stress fitting in, stress at work, stress about losing a job, stress about finding a job, stress watching this bottle turn toxic. Seemed as if life is not so refreshing anymore. Luckily, there is a solution. Yeah, an apple. Go figure, an apple a day? But the problem is, it's not just one apple. You need about that many. I'm not kidding. You need this many to battle the toxic garbage we take in every single day. Well, obviously this is impossible. No matter. This is why we have smart people. Smart people like scientists, doctors. These smart people have spent years perfecting and developing an easy solution that can turn your toxic levels into this. Live better, live cleaner, live life the way nature intended it. Propectin, the ultimate body filter, exclusively by Jeunesse.
Yes, the answer is Propectin. Do you know that Propectin is the only product in the world that's endorsed by the Nobel family? And that's Dr. Michael Nobel. The Nobel family have never ever endorsed any product. And it's the first time they endorse a product, and that's our Propectin. So the answer is, why does he endorse our product? You see, you have to understand something. In the market, there's a lot of detox programs, am I right? Yes. There is. But do you know that our body consists of 4 types of toxics? Water-soluble toxic, fat-soluble toxic, heavy metal, and radiation. Whatever in the market you have consumed before, they're all very good products. However, this is the only product that can filter away all the toxic that I just mentioned. Whereas most of the products in the market can only do partial. That's the reason he endorsed it. And the main reason is because of the Fukushima issue. Because this product can remove away heavy radiation, it really saves life as well. How many of you think that the radiation is not going to come here? Some of you think that radiation is not going to come here. By the way, just to tell you, the salmon swim over here don't need passport one. They don't need visa also. So we better do insurance. Alright, this is very good for ourselves. Alright, okay, now next. So, in conclusion, the whole product range is, next one please. Oh, sorry, I forget. By the way, for new friends over here, you might be thinking, this product I have never heard before. Is it trustworthy? Is it real or not? Let me show you something. The product has been featured in many magazines, like Cosmoprof magazine and many other magazines, Women Health, and also being featured by a lot of famous bloggers. Why? Because the product works. As simple as that. Okay, next one. So in conclusion, the whole system is this. It's called the Youth Enhancement System. Just one system that we are doing. So if you want to buy anything like sweeping the floor, washing the clothes, we don't have. We only focus on making you young. Alright. Okay? So, before anyway, so it's very simple. How many of you actually say yes to being young? You're more interested in money, How many of you say yes to being healthy? Yes, right. Then you should say yes to yes, because youth enhancement is actually yes. Am I right? Yeah. If the person on the left and the right and say yes, I want to be young. You guys are cute. Okay, that's the end of my sharing. My name is Elvin. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Elvin. That was an awesome presentation. Hi, I'm back. You will see me quite a few times tonight. Okay, so what do you think of the presentation? Did you enjoy the products? Are you already like, oh, give me some of that already? Well, I've been taking it for 2 years, and you know what? People who have known me over 2 years, like our Double Diamond Jason, he saw me when I first joined, and when he saw me again today, he said, you have become so incredibly beautiful. So if you want people to compliment you like that, and you're healthy, you know what to do, huh? Okay? But how many of you are here because someone told you that besides looking beautiful, handsome, staying healthy, you could accidentally be making money? Who would be interested in making money? The rest of you? You're here to see me. Or for free aircon, somebody said. Yeah, that's a great great way to start the weekend. But you know what? The next person who's going to come on stage to share with you, given this excellent platform. Don't you agree Jeunesse is an excellent product platform? Yes? I tell you, there is also, when there's a good product, there's a good business opportunity. You agree? Yes. The question is, what has that got to do with you? Right? Can you be a part of it? If Jeunesse is going places, and we know it is, every year is almost doubling its income, what has it got to do with you? Can you be a part of it? The next person, I've only known him for a very short period of time in the last 6-7 months. Don't be tricked by his young good looks. He looked like a little boy. But before he joined Jeunesse, he's already making a lot of money. He's a very successful trainer, and also he's involved in many other businesses. He's actually an expert in internet marketing. So he trains other people to make money via the internet. So tonight, he is actually quite a good person to teach you how to make money via Jeunesse. Would you like to hear more? Yeah. Then you better put your hands together and welcome Movie Director Winston Young! See, I told you, right? Don't be a trick.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Okay, I'm just curious, how many of you here are meeting me for the first time? We've never met before. Okay, thank you. Okay, I hope after today I'll get to talk to you guys later outside. Okay, a little bit background about myself. My name is Winston. All right, I'm currently married. I have 3 kids already. Anyone here got 3 kids? All right. Yes, and I'm currently 35 years old. You don't believe it? I'm 35 years old. Okay, my mom is there. You can ask her. So anyway, I'm someone who's since young, I've always wanted to start business. I thought that if I study very hard, I can become successful in business. Obviously, I'm quite a failure academically, and there's a lot of study being studied out there on people who don't do academically well, but usually become millionaires. I don't know why. Okay, but this is an actual study that was being done in the States. But anyway, my background, I used to be a real estate agent with ERA, and in my first month, I was already the top out of 8,000 agents in ERA itself. And then subsequently, in about, thank you. I'm saying this humbly because I know the secret to success is really just one thing, and that is just to be hungry. If you are ambitious, you automatically become successful. And after that, I also started a business with my brother. So we have a chain of retail store, menswear, called Benjamin Barker. And at the same time, I also have a training school that I train real estate agents to repeat my success. So, but before I continue to talk a little bit about money, is there anyone here who is allergic to money? Nobody, okay. Anyone here interested to make money? Okay, maybe I'll share a little bit of why I got myself in this business. I've never really been a fan of direct selling. I never liked direct selling. Okay, anyone here do not like direct selling like me? Anyone here? Okay, good. A few things why I don't like direct selling. Okay, one of the things is my mom actually did direct selling before, and when I saw her did direct selling, I saw her, she was going around talking to a lot of people, and then I saw that she had a lot of rejection, and then I saw that she was stocking up products, So I thought, it doesn't make sense. How come the house is a nice house become a warehouse? And then after that, I look at my friends, they had the same thing, so I never really liked this industry. But later on, when I got to know about the Jeunesse, I look at the business, I re-look at the business, and I realized it has everything that they don't have everything that used to have in other businesses, like stocking up products, like having to sell products, go one by one, go to sell products, and and to go and push people, be very aggressive in the business, and that's what I like about this Jeunesse business, which, as you hear later on, you understand a little bit more, okay? So we're going to talk a little bit about today's facts and trends. Okay, is it important that before you enter into any business, you do your market study to realize that industry is a booming industry first before you go in? Do you do that? Is it important to do that? Okay, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about that, okay? Okay, well, Well, today's facts, okay? 96% of the people lying awake at night, every day, they're worrying about two things: health and finances. These are the two things that people are worried about. Either whether they're worried about losing their jobs, and whether they just bought something, how they're going to pay off that thing, you know? And even for me as a business person, okay? Every month, I have to think about whether I can maintain my shop sales or not, because the rental is very high. Is it? Is the rental expensive in Marina Square, Suntec, Silesia, Vivo, you know, Wheelock, you know, all these places? Yeah, all our shops are in my shops and my brothers. It's all in these shop places, alright? So every day, although we are doing okay, but we still have to think about next month, you know? We don't wait until Singapore sale, then we make money. But every month there will be low months, you know, where we have to worry. So doesn't mean people who make a lot of money don't have worries. They also worry about money like you, okay? So, and can you imagine if there is a business, okay, which later on evaluate what's the difference between the traditional business and this business that I saw, is that, I mean, how many don't mind making an extra 500 or 300 a week? Anyone? Or 3,000 a week without working? Okay? Now, just to let you know, if you, and just curious, how many of you have this thing called passive expenses? Can I show hands? Okay, in case for those who know, this may be not a familiar term. Passive expenses means whether you work or don't work, also have to pay money. Anyone have it? Huh? Really, you don't have it? Okay, if you have that, but let me ask you, how many of you also got, since you have expenses that whether you work also don't work, also must have one, how many of you also have work or don't work, also got income on? Huh? You don't have? Okay, so maybe today, there could be something that can allow you to do that, okay? Because now, if you want to have that passive income, you've got to buy properties in Singapore. And is Singapore property expensive? Yes. You need $2 million cash, then you can get a rental of $4,500, okay? And so, you can imagine if there really is a business, okay, that you don't have to go around and be aggressive to force people to buy products, and you don't have to stock up products every month, you know, and at the same time you have additional money, and you can fire your boss, or if you work for me, you can fire me, okay? You can abandon, you have good look, you can have good looks like me, you know, 35 but look like 18. Not true, okay? Yeah, I take taxi sometimes, you know, people, the taxi driver uncle sometimes ask me, you know, which school are you studying? Okay, anyway, so would you like, how many of you would like to have more time to spend with your family? Like me, right? More time with family, and to drive car, you know, to travel the world. What if you can travel the world and it's fully paid for you? You don't have to pay a single cent. Anyone like that? Okay, so, and Bill Gates, if you know that, Bill Gates actually made a quotation quite a while back. If I were given a chance to start, I would choose network marketing. Problem with the network marketing industry is that a lot of people don't do it correctly, and it became too aggressive. They hard sell, and you know, they keep up stock products. And the reason I found out why people became hard sell was because they got into a scheme where the parents, where someone made him or her stock up tens of thousands of dollars of products at home, and then have to go out and try to recruit people. And with that amount of money, stock up, if you are not rich, you become very, desperate to clear the stock. You know, and that's when people become aggressive. And that's what Jeunesse doesn't have, okay? And then Warren Buffett, who also invested in companies, he said that he has invested more than 12 network marketing companies that are listed. And the cash on cash return, to him, he said, it's the best investment he has ever made than any other investment. You can actually go Google this, okay? And right now, the direct sales is a booming industry because it's about to change. Whatever that you knew about direct selling in the past, right now, when you listen to what I'm going to share with you, it's going to blow your mind because it has changed. It's not like the last time, the way of doing it, okay? Now, the reason why Jeunesse right now, in the last 4 years, you know, just 4 years old company, and they are now expanded to 100 countries, alright, is because, and their sales has boomed, is because of the aging population. There are a lot of people right now in their 50s, in their 40s to 60s, alright, that are looking for products that can help them reverse age. Anyone would like to look not only younger on the outside, but younger on the inside? Anyone? Okay, so this is an industry, and that's why if you actually go and study the industry right now, most of the companies like UEXL and all those health medical hall is now everywhere. Last time you don't have so many medical hall. Now every shopping center you have that. And aesthetic surgeons, more and more aesthetic surgeons, and more hospitals. In fact, right now we don't even have enough hospital bed. Y'all know about that? Alright, and that's the problem because of all these problems. And that is the problem that Jeunesse is trying to solve, okay? And if you actually see this, the baby food industry was booming in 1945 because that's where the majority of the population, just like me, my siblings I only have 2 siblings, but my dad has 7 siblings, alright? How many of you have parents who have more siblings than you? Alright, majority of us. And in China, it's even bigger because China, they had a one-child policy. So everyone in China, right, the aging population is really huge. And these people now, in the 1955, primary schools a lot of primary schools was being built. There were a lot of fast food chains that were making money in 1965. In 1985, real estate boom. In fact, the last couple of years, Singapore real estate boom. Do you know why? Because these people right now are in their 40s to 60s. They have already built up their wealth and saved money from their 1990s, 1980s, 90s, and now they have all the money already. That's where they buy properties, and that's why the property boom during this period. Okay, and healthcare and wealth right now in 2014 is the booming industry. So if you buy any healthcare stock right now in the industry, almost all of them are doing very well. If you go do your own research, all right. Now the question is, what do really this group of people want? Because if you can give people, there's this saying, okay, and that's what I learned. I learned that the fastest way to build wealth is to solve people's problem. The more people's problem you can solve, the more money you will make. And the problem that is the most painful, right, is the business that people will really pay money for it. Now, anybody likes to get cancer? Nobody. Anyone likes to look older or feel older? Nobody. So this is a group of people that wants all these products that Jeunesse has. Okay? And Jeunesse, if you actually do some research also, is now 11th position out of, there are actually almost 11,000 direct selling companies in the world. And Jeunesse is only 4 years old. Right now, our growth is the number 11 in the world. And no company in the world, okay, no company in the world, alright, no company in the world that are less than 10 years old, alright, that get into the top 11 position. And Jeunesse is the youngest company of all the big companies out there in the world, alright. And Jeunesse, we are proud to say that right now, our growth, you know which country is the fastest growth in Jeunesse business? Okay, a lot of Singapore, okay, but the chart here is Africa, right? But just to let you know, Africa just started not too long only. Okay, Singapore, at least we started for 1 year, so our growth is the real one. Just started only. Right? Can you imagine if the country just started a few months ago, measured 1 year ago when there's 0 people, and now 500% is easily, right? But Singapore, if it's 1 year ago and now already started, right, our growth is the real growth. So Singapore right now, congratulations Singapore, we have the fastest growing market right now in the world. Okay? Right, in China, okay. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about income first, okay? Now, in a job, how many income do you get paid a month? And does anybody know the answer? One only, okay. So how many income a month? One only, okay. One income, one time a month, okay. What if Jeunesse, what if there is a business, this business can pay you 6 income, six income, up to 6 income almost every week. Or every week, sorry, not almost, every week. How many of you like that? 6 income, and they pay you in US dollars, okay? Not Singapore dollars, US dollars, and they pay you an exchange rate of 1.3, higher than money changer. Okay? So, I'm going to run through the 6 income very briefly, okay? To get started in this business, all you have to do is, do you know e-commerce website? Because I teach internet marketing, right? To do an e-commerce website, we get people to do is about $4,000 or $5,000, or actually more than $10,000, depending on how sophisticated. Jeunesse will build for you a website, okay? For a one-time $41.66. They build a website for you, and you can instantly have your website business and accept orders in 100 countries. And when anybody that comes to your website to purchase a product, do you have to ship a product? The answer is no. You don't ship a single product, okay? The company already built distribution centers around 100 countries. So anybody that goes to your website to purchase their products, the company will ship from the warehouse to them, and you just collect money. Okay? So what kind of money do you collect? Okay. So first kind of money is called retail profit. Okay? Not like last time, traditional business, direct selling, where you take the product, go to your friend's house, present to your friend, and then sell the product right to your friend at a markup price. Okay? Now, the new way of doing this is that everyone, if your friend asks you, how do I get the product? You just tell them, go to your website to buy. So it's e-commerce like Taobao, alright? Taobao, over the last 4 or 5 years, their revenue now is almost 157 billion just last year. Okay, and Alibaba. So basically, when you go to your website to buy from your e-commerce website, the company delivers for you, you don't do anything, you just get paid 30 to 40%. How many would like that? Right, 30 to 40%, is it good enough for you? But that's not enough for me, okay? Okay, the next income, example, if someone buys the reserve, the drink that actually helps save Alvin's life, you know, at 193.28, or you will get a profit of about $70.94, okay? And the second income, there are 6 income, all pay concurrently. The next income is when now you are able to find people who wants to run the business. That means who would like to take over this franchise, where the company built the website for them. And when you get, it's much like your franchise, you know. For example, if you want to open another Benjamin Market shop for me, you come me, you pay me a lump sum, and to open another franchise. And when you get people who like to open up and to do the business as builder, you can make anywhere one time between 25 US to 250 US, and this is only one time, just for introduce people who want to do the business. Only one time, okay? Now, the first 2 income that I should just share with you, okay, is you work, then you got money. You don't work, no money, okay? So it's only a one-time income. Every time you sell one through your website, you make money. You don't do work, you don't get any money, okay? The next income is what brought me into the business, where you don't work, but you still have money, okay? So that's how it works, okay? So next income is what we call team commission. Okay, I'm going to share a little bit story about me, so you understand later on. So team commission, how does it work? Okay, team commission, everybody only needs to have 2 teams. So we have one team here, and we have one team here, left and right team. So I share with Alvin, I will share with the person behind, and I share with the person all the way down to anywhere in 100 countries. Okay, so your business now instantly, because of e-commerce platform, you can leverage and build your franchise business in over 100 countries already. So if everyone here on my left, and Hugh share everyone here, so everyone here are consuming the products on my left, and everyone here are consuming the products on my right. So just share the testimonials when you use the products, okay? And when one side has accumulated 300 points, one side is 600 points, you automatically cash out a miserable 35 US. But I want to say something, okay? This $35, even doctors cannot earn. Let me explain why. Because when doctors close their clinic, they have no money already. Alright? But this business, even when you don't shop, not open, your income still keep coming in. So that $35 is what we call passive income. Okay? Now, just to explain a little bit now. When everyone buys a bottle of the serum, okay, or drink that one packet of that drink, alright, they buy one box, you get 60 points. Okay, 60 points. So if you have a lot of people, everyone consuming the products, 60 points, 60 points, it will add up to a big lump sum. Example, that's how it works. Okay, when one side is 300, one side is 300, you cash out 35 US. But you must understand something. In this business, all you need to do is just find 2 Winston. Okay, let me explain why. Okay, now when I joined this business with no direct selling experience, okay, I've shared with, over the past 9 months, okay, I've shared with about 30 over people. Out of these 30 over people, 20 of them just want to use the products, you know. They use the products. But I have 10 friends, 10 people who saw the business and want to run the business. Okay, 10 people. Can you all imagine, after about 9 months, from 10 people has spread to how many people in my team? 5,000. So much, Okay, any guess? Okay, from the 9 months, it has now grown to over 5,000 people. And my business has expanded to 22 countries. And I never once stepped into any of these countries. You know why? For example, today I may share with you in the business. But you probably know someone overseas, correct? I don't know anyone overseas, but you know. But maybe you don't know, but you share with another friend, all the way until maybe 100 level down, until 100% know someone in Australia, went to Australia and opened a market over there, and whatever that happens in Australia, all the points you get. The points, that you don't get a certain percentage of the points. For example, even a person all the way down to infinity, the last person buys 60 points, you also get the full 60 points. Alright? So that is pure leverage. And can you imagine this? I have 5,000 people under me now, after 9 months. So all you need to do, if you can find 2 persons like me, Winston, one on the left, one on the right, okay? I've brought in around almost 1.6 million points on one side. If you have 2 persons, 1.6 million points on one side, and 1.6 million points on the other side, can you tell me how many 300, 600 will you earn? How many $35 would you earn? Alright? So when you have one person that built 300 points, 600 points, you immediately cash out 35. But if you have 1.7 million points on one side, 1.7 million points on the other side, you don't have to work anymore. So there are some people who accidentally retire because of this system. Okay? But if the company pay you to infinity, the company will go bankrupt, alright? So is it okay? How many of you are okay if you don't have to work anymore because you found 2 Winston, okay, that sold the business and built the distribution channel, and the company limit your pay to $26,250 US per week? How many of you are okay with that limitation? Okay. Anyone not okay with this limitation? Like me? Not okay. Yeah, for me not okay, because 26,000 only give me 105,000 US per month only, not enough for me. Okay, I want to hit more than, I need at least 300,000 US a month. Okay, so this is third income only, haven't finished it all. Okay, the next income is this. Can you imagine if whatever people that you brought in and they expand the business digital channel, all the points you get apart from that, but when you help people to become successful, the company reward you. Here's where I want to share with you something about business that most people who do traditional business, or if you have not done a traditional business yet, you will learn, you will understand this. Okay, in business, there are 2 kinds of leverage that a lot of people do not know. One is called loose leverage. One is called tight leverage. Okay, now what is the difference? Okay, how do you know whether your business that you're doing got tight leverage or loose leverage? Tight leverage is when you can leave your business for 6 months. Okay, like for example, if I can leave my business, the Benjamin Barker business, my brother, for 6 months, I don't touch the business at all, I don't manage the stuff at all, I don't do anything at all. For 6 months, my business will not be affected, I still get an income. Okay, that is when you know you have tight leverage. But if your business requires you every week to go monitor the sales, you have to go manage staff, your staff, after you train the staff, after the staff, another company offer a higher pay, the person jump already, alright, and you still have to come in and rehire another staff again, then your business has this leverage called loose leverage. Alright, so if my staff come, I train my staff, and then my staff, after a few months, decided to jump ship or change job, I have to rehire again. Let me ask you, is my leverage tight or loose? Which one? Loose, okay? And then the worst thing is this. The worst thing is, I have many friends and me who start business, and because we want to leverage, you know, in business, that's the only way you can free yourself leverage, right? So I train this guy becomes a GM, I taught him everything about business. Suddenly this person come up, find another friend come up, become competitor. Anyone got such thing before? So my leverage, is it loose or tight? Now, I want you to imagine this. Imagine you build this business, and then you train someone to become successful. Let's say I train all of you here to become successful, and all of you here are making 100,000 a month, or 26,250 US per week, okay? Now, even if I scold you, would you leave the business? No. You make it 100K without working. If I scold you, will you leave the business? Even if I kick you, will you lose the business? Even if I slap you, will you leave the business? You just call police only, I know. Okay? No matter what I do, I don't talk to you 6 months, I still get income. Alright? How would you like that? So if you can help your friend to become successful, your friend not only will not become your competitor, but your leverage is tight. Alright? So when you help someone become successful, level 1 are everyone that you personally introduce into the business. So anyone that you introduce to the business and they follow the business system, whenever they make $35 all the way to 100,000, the company will pay you up to 20 to 30% or 20%. And then you can have unlimited of that. Right? So if I train there are about 400 people, 500 people here. If all 500 of you here, I just teach every one of you, and all of you I introduce the business, okay? All of you, all make 10,000, don't say so much, 10,000 enough already. 10,000, 500 all make 10,000, company pay me 20%. That means I make 2,000 from 500 of you is how much? How much? 2,500 is how much? Your maths, don't know. 100K lah, okay, 100K by helping 500 people become successful, okay? But not just that, but your friend who introduce your friend to help your friend successful, I also will help. You know why? Because if I help, I get 50%. And all the way down 10%, 5%, all the way until 7 levels deep. And you can have unlimited level 1, unlimited level 2, until level 3. The reason why I'll do this business is because I know when I build it right once, alright, my leverage is tight. So if you want to do any business, do you want to do a business where your leverage is tight or loose? Which one? Tight, right? Yeah. And that's what this one has, okay? And the level matching bonus, it goes all the way until 7 levels deep, depending on which rank you are right now, okay? Right now, our highest rank is double diamond. So we're very privileged today to have a double diamond among us. But I shall spoil the surprise, so he will share with you later on, okay? How he did it. Okay, and another thing is, if you have at least 5 or 10 customers, your income, where it's 20%, will increase to 30%. Another extra 10,000 is a lot of money per person, okay? When you have at least around 5 or 10 customers, you can earn an extra 5 to 10%, okay? And if you reach a certain level called Diamond Pool, the company now, test you if you don't remember, company now is in how many countries? 100. Can you imagine if the company take 3% of the 100 country sales? Can you imagine you go to Thailand and someone drinks a packet of that drink that you had and you saw them inside a dustbin? Can you imagine you in Thailand, you don't know that person that just drank, you know that you have 3% share of that packet. How will you like that? Okay? When you reach a certain level, the company will take 3% of the whole world sales and pay you every quarter, every 3 months. Does your company pay you bonus every 3 months? Or even take the whole world sales and pay you 3 months? Okay, this company does that. Okay, and the company now is in over 100 countries and 22 offices already. And on top of the money you're going to get, this company also reward you by allowing you to go and sail. Okay, anyone has ever been to Alaska cruise before? Anyone here? Or anyone here, I should ask, would like to go and take an Alaska cruise for free? Anyone here interested? Okay. Now, anyway, I'm going for free already. The company fully paid every day. Alright, so I'm going for this with my wife too. You know, so we're going for a second honeymoon. So please go there before the ice melt. Okay. At least once in your lifetime, you must go. Okay. So this company actually provides you opportunity to go see the world to really exotic places that are fully paid for you. Okay. Even the slide also don't want to go away. Okay, so how do you get started in this business? Okay, very simple. You just get a kit, alright, and in the kit you have a website that you are able to track your sales, your website sales in real time on your phone. Okay, on your phone. And Jeunesse, we provide a platform that teaches you how to run this business. If you think this business is go around begging people for sales or trying to hard sell people, then you're not doing, this is not the right way to do the business, okay? The new business model has changed. So you can ask your friend to introduce you how to run the business. There will be training provided for you, okay? So they will build an online shopping cart for you. At the same time, you also get to buy the products at wholesale price. That means you save 35% to almost 40% depending on which product you buy. So most of the product, when you are a distributor, you get the website built for you for free, MOC, and at the same time, you also get to buy at distributor price, okay? And you can buy the packages. Now, anyone here want to have added advantage to make money, more money when you start immediately? Anyone interested to make more money? Okay, so there is packages that you, like ambassador packages, which you can ask your friend, that allows you to make money, maximize your earnings quickly, okay? And then all you have to do is set up auto ship, introduce 2 person, okay? And let's teach others to do the same. That's all. Very simple business. Okay, any one of you got 2 friends, okay, who don't mind having one extra income from the internet at home? Anyone? Have two friends? Okay. Anyone have two friends who don't mind looking younger? Okay. Anyone have two friends who don't mind feeling healthier inside, you know, and feeling younger inside? Okay. So that's what the Jeunesse does for you. Okay. So now, so thank you. I hope you all enjoy this little sharing session, and I hope that you all see this business all through, and I hope I'll see you all these days, and I will share with you exactly how to run the business. All right. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. See what I mean? He may look young, but he really talks good sense, right? How many of you here are ready to join us? Ready? Rooted to your chest, enthralling experience, isn't it? Okay, so now you've heard a lot about what Jeunesse is about, what our products are like, and now how to make money. We are a whole new different business model. Maybe what you've heard to this point is completely different from what you expected to hear. Am I right? Because a lot of people think this is just another network marketing company. But just like what Winston has said, we're a completely new way of doing this business. You know, don't take it from us, because I'm going to invite a few people. How many of you here like to hear stories? You want to know how this business has actually touched someone's lives? Yes? So tonight, we're going to have a few people do that with us. So the formal presentation is over. All right, and can we give our presenters another round of applause, please? Thank you very much. Very enlightening, even for somebody who's been in the business for 2 years. I learned something new again tonight. Now, the very first person who's here to share his journey in Jeunesse and how Jeunesse has made a difference in his life is someone who is not new to this industry. In fact, he has had so much experience in the past that when he joined us, we were surprised that he would choose to join us. We were like, why? You know, he is somebody who has a lot of experience, not only in the corporate world, he started his own business before as well, and eventually he found something in this industry that none of his previous experience gave him. And right now, he is one of our Ruby directors in Singapore as well. Can you please join me to welcome Mr. Raymond Tong?
Good evening, Jeunesse, family and friends. Thank you for being here. Okay, I feel so privileged and honored to be here in front of you to share my little story. Okay, and I don't call it a success story yet until I become a diamond. Yeah. So I'm so grateful to Jeunesse for giving me this opportunity so that I can pursue my dreams. Okay, of course, another person who I can never thank enough is none other than Kim Hui. Okay, I came to know about Jeunesse because of her, and she brought me into this big family, this wonderful business. So I'm here. Without them, I wouldn't be here. Can you give them a big round of applause? Of course, another person I must also thank is my lovely wife, who is now sitting there. Because she's working with me together on this business full time. Okay, about me, right? Okay, for me, I've been in the corporate life for many years. Okay, I started working about sometime 30 years ago. Do I look that old? Okay, so of course you can guess my age now, right? Okay. So in this business, anyone can be successful. So I came to this business just less than 2 years ago. Okay, talking about my corporate life, why that I suddenly changed to become a so-called a networker. Honestly speaking, in my trade, because I was in the media advertising. Okay, people who are in this trade would be least expected to get involved in a business like this. Why I say so? The logic is because I used to get the advertising dollar from the traditional business, right? And today we are talking about Jeunesse. We are talking about word of mouth. So in a way, there is a conflict of interest. in the way of the the business operation is concerned. But nevertheless, I got involved in a network marketing business 14 years ago. Obviously, that wasn't GNS yet. Okay, that was the first company, and GNS is the second. Okay, just now Joanne said that I choose to join GNS, which is true. Okay, the first company was by chance. Okay, well, the GNS is by choice, meaning I choose to join. I will talk about that later. So I started working in the media line from print to broadcasting media until reached a very senior position and decided to quit the job. Okay, just to tell you why. Because the job is actually controlling my time, my life, as well as my family life. To the extent that I couldn't even take leaves for some years, even up to 2 consecutive years. Right? Then to make the matter worse, I still can remember that I had to cancel my honeymoon because of some urgent matter to settle at the office. Yeah, so I told myself that no, this is not the kind of lifestyle that I want to pursue. So I quit the job. I became a publisher. I published tabloid paper, some magazines. So I thought, become my own boss, I have more freedom. Okay, true and not true. It all depends. If you can have a very successful business, of course, you can employ more people, and you yourself, can be free. But that is only when you become very, very successful. And but what we know is a lot of business in a traditional way, it's very difficult, to become very successful and have all the free time you want. Yeah. So at the end, I still could not find a solution that I can have my life and work as one. Okay. So I thought that wasn't the best, for solution for me. Yeah. But the thing is, even though I've been during those years, that I could do well for the first few years. But until, we met this 1997, still can remember, there was the Asian financial crisis. Right? So all the good years all went into the drains. So my company couldn't survive, couldn't sustain. Yeah, at the verge of even, insolvency. So I had no choice, I had to sell away all the property they have, all the assets I have, just to prevent to be a bankrupt. So obviously I wasn't bankrupt yet, at that time. So I continued with the business. I went into training, education, running some schools, So still I could not get a balance in my life. Then ultimately I came to know about this network marketing company and got involved for about 12 years. Yeah. But why GNS? Not talk about GNS. Okay. When I came to know about GNS, less than 2 years ago, what really struck me was that how could a company within just 3 years could do so well? Yeah, it's actually ranked number 82 that time when I first joined. Then it went on for another year, it became 78. To surpass, 4 positions above is not easy because you're competing with the elite. Yeah, and we are talking about last year result, we actually, became number 46. So that is a thing that really struck me because it's a timing. We know in business, timing is very important, very crucial. Okay, when you have the right timing, you will be just riding the wave. Yeah, so I have that. Yeah. Then the other thing is about the platform itself. Okay, very hard to imagine that a company can go into 100 countries. That's because we could leverage on the technology, we leverage on the platform itself. And that's wonderful. And the third reason for joining GNS is the culture. We know that no matter how good the business is or how wonderful the product is, you still need people to drive it. Am I right? Yeah. And people need to work as a team and a culture together and to have a common culture. And we do have that in GNS. So with all these factors, I think you already got everything in hand. What you need to do is just to follow the system and follow the team. Whatever that GNS has given us as opportunity, you just go ahead and do it. Yeah, and just through sharing, you can make a big business. So because I'm only given 3 minutes, Okay, so I don't have much to share because behind they already tell me time's up already. But nevertheless, I think there are more shadows that's coming out. Okay, so I hope to see you in the future. For those who have not joined, for those already with us in the family, I hope that we can see you together at the top, and together we can strive for our success. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick. Alright, the next person who's going to come up on stage other than me, this lady, I actually only have met her for less than a year through Jeunesse. And just now I was asking her, I said, hey, how should I introduce you? And she said, I asked her, you used to do property full-time, right? She said, yeah. I said, no? She said, no, part-time, no. Part-time. I said, almost no time. Because Jeunesse keeps me very busy. And she is one of our fastest Ruby directors in Singapore. Can we have Miss Mabel Ang to join me on stage?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Mabel. So many people. Okay, Jeunesse. Okay, I joined Jeunesse last year, 19 September 2013. Until now, it's about 9 months. This 9 months is, to me, is a very amazing journey. Why I say that? Because I received a lot of amazing testimony with regards to the product, and my team created a lot of amazing people, and I would like to thank them for making me what I am today now. Okay, okay, that's not my leg. That's not my leg. Okay, I want to share why I'm inspired in Jeunesse business. I think I'm like most of the people here, you know, I actually don't like MLM. I don't like direct selling. Okay, so when my mentor, when my sponsor actually shared this product to me, frankly, I only interested with the berries because at that point in time, I'm taking a lot of berries. So I'm very interested to take the product. So I joined the business. But over the past 9 months, with all the amazing testimonies, especially this one. Why I want to mention this? This is one of my business partner's son. Okay, this his son actually has eczema, very serious eczema. The doctor also say no cure. But given as a parents, the parents' heart, you know, when he was approached with this Jeunesse product, he actually tried the product. And amazingly, within 16 days, okay, of all the 5 years of suffering, 16 days, the serum actually helped the son. So why I say that, okay, because he is the only one, you know, our group, we have a group chat, and he always thanks the person who brought him to this business, who shared this product to him. He always write in the group chat, I want to thank, you know, this friend, you know, who shared with me this product. Okay, I'm very grateful to this person. And that's what motivate me to do this business, because I cannot find something right out there, you know, that, you know, you share something with somebody, and they always constantly come and tell you thank you. And with all the amazing testimony out there, I'm really I'm very touched by all the testimony, and I strongly believe that our company's product is one of the best now, you know, that can save lives. And that is why, you know, I'm very inspired to do this business. Second thing is about the business. Okay, when I first joined the business, I already said, you know, I wanted only the products. So I actually shared with 3 persons, and then I left for my holiday. So after I come back from my holiday, 1 month later, you know, my sponsor, Winston, told me, Mabel, you check your wallet. So I say, what is there to check with my wallet? Because I didn't do anything. So when I actually went into the wallet and checked, amazingly, my wallet has some money. And I only sponsored 3% before I left for my trip. So when I look into the wallet, you know, I have $1,300 US. Right? Okay, $1,300. I bought a package $1,500. You know, when I was in Europe, my money already come back. So I was very amazed. So I started to ask my downline what happened. So they told me many, many amazing stories that actually motivate me, you know, that actually inspire me to do this business. So I want to encourage everybody, you know, here, you know, give yourself a chance, you know, because to me, if I shut myself down, I tell myself, oh no, I don't want any more direct selling, I won't be what I am today. And if I were to tell you what I'm making now, it's truly a blessing from God, you know, that you know, we can have this sort of income. So I want to encourage everybody, you know, actually this business is really a blessing business. So it's very simple. You just need to share with your heart. And like what Zig Ziglar said, you know, you just need to help enough people get what they want. Okay, in terms of health, in terms of wealth, and eventually you will be blessed. You will get what you want. Okay, so I hope, you know, everybody here, give yourself a chance, look into the business, and together we will see you at the top. Thank you.
True enough, when you share from the heart, can you feel her heart? You know, they are not speaking from script. You can tell that, right? Because they're talking about their lives. And that's what we're talking about. When people are sharing their stories, it's not something you make up, because it is their lives that you're hearing. The next person that I want to invite to stage, she's somebody I knew before I joined Jeunesse, because she is my neighbor. And you know, I didn't know her. Yeah, I didn't know her before we became neighbors. We moved into the new condo together, and I knew her then as a very aggressive property agent. You know, and she's somebody who, when she sets her mind on something, she goes for it. And we joined at the same time, in fact, on the same day. But I think God loved me a little bit more, just a little bit, because I joined 3 hours before she did. And we're on the same team. So all the success that she's enjoying in the business right now, thank God. Thank you very much. Okay, and I've got a great benefit. I've been a beneficiary of this system as well. But you know, she is an amazing mother of 2 young children. And like me, I have 1 young child. So we have a lot in common. And the more we spend time in the business, the more we realize that she and I, we are dreamers. And Jeunesse gave us a chance to fulfill our dreams. So, Tricia, Director, would you come on stage, please?
Yeah, hi. Okay, this photo was actually taken 5 years ago, so I hope I look the same. Yeah, okay. And it's really my privilege as well to be on the stage here, and I must thank Jeunesse Singapore as well as the founders to give us this good platform. And prior to joining Jeunesse, I was actually a real estate agent, like what Joanne has said, but I was actually doing part-time. And it took me about 7 years to decide to go into full-time. And before I was a real estate agent, I also tried many jobs. I was in the public sector, working in the prisons department as a civilian officer. Then I also tried to partner with a girlfriend to start off with a beauty salon business. And I also tried to venture into other small little business. And lastly, I spent 7 years in the IT industry as an IT security sales specialist. At that point of time, I was actually holding a lot of quota, in millions. And like what just now I think Winston had mentioned about, Jeunesse turnover was actually at 256 million. That's my 1 year quota in the IT MNC. So that time I was actually very stressed with all this stuff. And I actually tried to hold 3 jobs within 3 years as well. Reason why is because since childhood, I learned things from my parents. They do not plan well, they do not have insurance, they are not covered by insurance. And last time when we are kids, the parents, if they are not well to do, right, they will have furniture that was actually passed down from their relative. So that time I feel very bad. I feel that, why is my parents not planning well? And I had a very big dream. I wanted to give my kids the best, and I do not want them to feel, not say ashamed, no, but at least they are proud of their parents. So now I have 2 kids, and my girl, especially the eldest one, who is actually 9 years old, my little boy was at age of 3. They are actually very happy kids. They whatever toys they want, they will actually get it. And I lead a pretty okay life. But when I knew Janice, right, it was actually from my neighbor as well. By the name of Mary, she's not here today. It's also God's grace that I actually get to know this platform from her. And she was the first one, actually when she shared with me, it was a product thing. And I was actually very amazed with the product, the technology. So I joined. Then after that, there was one morning she actually texted me. She said, hey, I made my first 35 USD. Then I was like, that was 7 a.m. in the morning. I was like, wow, $35? And yeah, she's in the auditing line. She's a very top-notch auditor in the industry. And I was like, why are you, an auditor and you're so amazed with $35 only? And to me, as a property agent, 35 USD can't even buy a small column on the Straits Times. So I was like, wow, this lady must be nuts. But after that, when I had a word with her in the morning, then at about 9 a.m. she called me. She scolded me. She said, hey, why I message you this message and you didn't reply at all? I said, because I think either you wake up, you feel very groggy, and then you told me this thing. I was like, I'm not amazed at all. But after that, she told me, this 35 USD was made because I was sleeping. And I woke up, I saw this 35 USD. Then I was like, okay, then next. Okay, I'm not a figure savvy person, but when she shared this very excitedly, I was like, okay, I'm open. So when she shared this e-commerce platform thing, I was like, oh, okay, so there's more than product, because product speaks itself. So I was like, maybe I can try this business. That's when I started this business. And right now, like what they said, I'm Ruby director, but I think importantly is that I managed to find this platform very, how to put it, like it's like if you help your team to propagate their business, okay, and you will actually eventually go up. It's like making money by default. So and throughout this journey in Janice, right, Kim Hui actually taught me. She gave me a statement that deeply engraved in my mind. She said, the ability to love. If you can actually enable yourself to actually give that kind of love to your parents, to your family, right? That's really a very great thing. Because to me, I have, my husband actually doing very well, and he travels 50 weeks a year. I think for a lot of normal Singaporean guys, right, you will not understand that kind of pain. Leaving his family for every week. 1 year has got 52. He left the family for 50 weeks. And each time when he spends time with us, it's only on a Saturday and Sunday. And for guys, they are either hungry or what's that called? Hungry and sleepy. They'll be very angry, right? So for my husband when he's back, I was like, I feel very stressed because I must pacify him. I must be happy. He'll be angry. But the thing is that I know his pain. There's jet lag, all this stuff. So I really wish that in Janice I can retire my husband. And right now I'm on this stage not because of myself, it's also because of my team. It's really because the team works together, and this is why this platform, right, is really very, very fantastic. I really urge you all to actually look at it. And now I don't only want to retire my hubby. I wanted to retire my parents, who are also they are about 55 to 57 years old. My mom is suffering from depression. And I know a lot of family, you have your own domestic problem. But I think for me, in order to actually financially support my parents, I must have more money because they have a lot of medical issues. So I think this is not only myself problem, a lot of families will have this as well. So in order to have more finance to support these few people that are so beloved to me, I think I must hit the double diamond. And now my daughter actually asked me a question. She said, Mommy, now our house has got this door, the house, and you want to have number 2 and number 3 kids. So when you are going to hit the double diamond? I said, huh? I haven't even hit the emerald and you are asking me to hit double diamond. Then she said, I know you can, mommy, because every time I see you on the phone, you talk to friends and you're very excited. And now her dream is that she also wants to be a Jeunesse member and she doesn't want to study. Okay, so I think this is really our dream and it's really, really possible if you really make it happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Trisha. Yes, love is not just something you put in your mouth, but it's also something that the ability to love is so important. In case you think you need to be a property agent before you can do Jeunesse, okay? I think the next person, you must pay attention to her story. This lady, she has, I think, far exceeded so many people's expectations, including her own. But she is somebody who has never wavered in what she saw possible in Jeunesse. She's a very simple woman, and I can say that because she's the one who introduced me to Jeunesse. I still remember the day when she came to my home, we're neighbors too, by the way. Very convenient, I was at home having lunch, she came to me and I said, you talk, I eat. So I was very rude, you know, I eat, and she talk. And I wasn't really paying attention, but this woman, she was so excited when she was sharing with me. I was thinking to myself, what is this thing that she's talking about that has her so excited? So in the end, anyway, cut the long story short, I bought the products from her to try because I was trying to lose weight after giving birth. And then my life started to look different. You know, when you have people telling you that you are looking better every day, and you feel better every day, you start to be more optimistic about what life has in store for you. But let her tell you her amazing story herself. Our very first Emerald Director in Singapore, Chong Wan Chi!
With this. You listen to the song just now. I remember some time back, you know, when I was very junior, I just joined the business, and I listen and I hear people standing up here and talk about their success story. I sat in the car and I listened to this song. I said, one fine day, I'm going to go up the stage, I'm going to have this song playing. Alright, the day have arrived. Thank you. Okay, not to the goal that I wanted yet, but I'm very close to where I wanted to go because I have that vision. So, first of all, let me thank, attitude time, let me thank our dear creator, all of us, yeah, I would like to say thank to. And then I'd like to thank Wendy and Randy for this beautiful platform. I'd like to thank the Jeunesse corporate that has been so supportive all this while. I'd like to thank my family, my husband. B, can you stand up please? You're going to meet my husband. Alright, that's my husband. Okay. This day I wait for a long time already. Alright, okay, and then I'd like to thank my team too. Okay, team, make some noise! Alright, great, okay. Guys, very happy, very privileged to be here. My biggest achievement in Jeunesse, yeah, not to get to Singapore Emerald Director. It is the ability to stand in front of a crowd and speak. That is my biggest achievement, alright? Because I remember long ago, I had this stage fear. Everybody who started with me, we were so good at talking to people one by one, talking about the business. But if you asked me to come to the stage, they were laughing at me because you used that too just now. What do you call it? What do you call it? You know? Alright. So I used to use that word so often, you know. Now I feel like getting trained by Jeunesse to be able to stand up here and speak. And it just gets more and more exciting, alright? So I'd like to share my journey with you. It's been a real privilege. And let me start with this. I like to say our past does not equate our future. Why do I say that? Okay, a little bit about myself, alright? My name is Wan Chi. I have been a stay-at-home mom for the past 11 years. Prior to that, okay, I was a stewardess with SIA. Later, the picture will come up, okay? This one I want to tell you a little bit. Why? Because I'm a Malaysian, okay? I came from Taiping. Anybody know where Taiping is? Yeah, okay, Taiping, alright? I came from Taiping. in a kampung called Kampung Bengali. Okay? Alright, my kampung is called Kampung Bengali, alright? We were very poor when we were young. My father has to sell kueh, alright? My mom makes the kueh, my father will cycle around the kampung and sell the kueh. And I remember my mom said he'll bring back about 30 ringgit a day. And then that 30 ringgit, you got to make another round of kueh to sell tomorrow. So we grew up, I remember, we were never able to buy any clothes at all were hand-me-downs, you know. And in my place, when I was growing up, we don't even have electricity. We use the tai kong tang, you know, tai kong tang. Alright, those gasoline lamp, is it, we call it? Right, that time, and well water. We don't even have tap water, it's well water. We have to use the well water. Very, very good at taking up you see lah? Okay, very good at bringing up the water using a bucket, okay? So that is the past. You can see my past, alright? So, now, here next one, my first job, alright? As a stewardess, if you can see this, can you guess where am I? The shortest one, okay? You can see that? That's the shortest one here. Alright, this one. Okay, I just merely made it 1.58 cm. Any shorter than 1.58, I cannot qualify already. Alright, so it was exactly at that. So I started my first job, okay, at from 1994 to 2001. So that was my one and only job. So I'm only good at serving coffee tea lah, huh? Welcome aboard, sir. Welcome aboard, ma'am. Alright. Okay, that's what I do best. Alright, then next. Here, that's the husband pilot, okay? My husband is the pilot, alright? And, okay, that's our son. He's 12 right now, much taller right now. And that's Eugene, okay? Here, this is Manchi's jet. Manchi's own, very own jet, okay? Jason, Eugene, and Terrence. My two boys, they are 10 and 12 right now, alright? Okay, here, for me, I always say that I play a role. I was once a daughter. I still am, okay? Alright, a daughter, a sister, a wife, and a mother. That's the role that I played, alright? So now here, next one, yeah. Okay, so, the other one? For the, oh yeah, so, being a housewife, okay? So I was a housewife, so my pride and joy is my passion for cooking. So I'm able to cook many kind of food, right? So prior to Jeunesse, he's always staying at home, sending the dear husband to work, to airport, fetch him back from airport, okay, take care of the kids and cook for him. So ended up, both of us are chubby like that. Okay? Alright, so two of us are chubby, okay, chubby like that, alright? My husband haven't seen this PowerPoint, you know. So it's surprising for him also. Alright, so this one is my before after. How did Jeunesse came to my life, okay? Okay, first I used the product, I was at 55 kilos and I lost 4 kilos in 2 months' time. So I like to really, my Jeunesse journey, I would really like to thank my helper. Without her, I couldn't have done this because she took after the kids very well for me while I go out there and run the business, right? Okay, now, here I'd like to say, I'm forever grateful to my sponsor, Grace Tan, and this lady named Daphne Low, alright? Because without these two ladies, my journey would not have started in Jeunesse. Okay, Grace was my sponsor, alright? She was a stewardess also. When I was very young, not very young, when I was 18 years old, I started my journey as a stewardess, right? So, being a newbie in the airline, and I was zapped because the word, any stewardess here, any crew here, we use the word zap, okay? You get zap cow. Okay, when you're a newbie, you know, the seniors are not very nice, they are very mean, you know? Because why? We are from Taiwan. Okay, because I feel that myself also, because I came from Taiping, right? And I only have O-level education. I was 18 when I started joining the business, right? So I want to tell you, at year 1994, I don't even know what is Louis Vuitton. Okay, the girls who have been working, when they talk about Louis Vuitton, I don't even know what Louis Vuitton. I say, what you're talking about? And then they're like, you're so ulu lah, this girl. You know, that's what I go through, right? So Grace, she's my senior. Back then she was a senior, and that was my first flight to Sydney. And I was being bullied terribly. I feel like quitting. You know, I need you know, to pay a bond if I need to quit, because you sign up with the company, you need 6 months. You know, you got to stay in the company. No, 15 months. So I cannot afford to pay the bond, so I will stay in the job. But during that flight, I was assigned to business class to go understudy her. She was working in business class, and she was so nice to me. The way she treated me, you know, she used to teach me how to do all the work and all that, and she's so kind. So when I came back, I became a very good friend with her. Her husband was selling insurance, and
I buy anything from her, okay? Anything that the husband sells, I say, oh, no problem, I have not bought any insurance yet, so I'll buy anything from you. Whatever that you say is okay, because that's how I feel very indebted to her, you know? And then, but not long after, they were divorced and she's a single mom, she went back to KL. So how I get to know about Jeunesse is because of Facebook. She posted her picture with Dr. Vincent Papa. Earlier on, you hear the product speaker, Alvin, spoke about Dr. Vincent Papa. So he was in Kuala Lumpur and Grace took a picture with him and posted in the Facebook, you know? And that's how in the beginning, I knew that when I checked, I knew that this is a network marketing company. And I wasn't interested to join the business, but I want to support this friend. I said, if the least I can do is I buy some product from you. So I just called her, dear, how do I order your product? You know, that's how I came. She didn't even come to me, but I went to her, you know, that's how I started. And then Daphne, she's my neighbor, alright? She's my neighbor. And then Daphne, she's my neighbor. And one day, she came for char kway teow. Okay, the char kway teow you saw earlier on. So I was looking at that, I just nudged her. Yeah. Oh, ngambo. You know, just like that, I nudged her. You want to try the product, looks good, you know. So she said, okay, never mind, I can give it a try. So she started giving it a try, right? Then after that, excited when she do her Googling, you know, she said resveratrol, adult stem cell and all that. Because my friend is a businesswoman, so she's very excited. Okay, so then from there onwards, you know, I have a little bit of experience in network marketing. Prior to this, I was with some companies like A companies, you know, H companies and all that. Because support friend, friend all look for you is support friend. I never buy and use. Okay, so then here, you know, Daphne get very excited, and then she went for the first event, the event in Hong Kong. And when she was in the event in Hong Kong, she got so excited because there were so many countries, so many people, and then they were calling Malaysia, they were calling, you know, Taiwan, they were calling. And then she said, I'm waiting. How come no Singapore? How come they don't call Singapore? So she was the first one, she was the only one in Singapore she was in the event. So she got very excited. By the time she came back, she said, babe, I want to do this business. And at that time, I didn't want to do this business. I said, go ahead. Alright, I didn't want to do the business. I can use the product, I didn't want to do the business. But she was the one who really very passionate about this. And she started it going, you know, she started the business going. So I accompanied her, you know, because she doesn't know, she doesn't have any experience in network marketing. So she doesn't know how to do the compensation plan. But I studied it and I know how to do the compensation. I said, okay, come, we go together. You talk product, I do compensation plan. That's how we started. So she built a big team on the right hand side. Okay, Irene, where are you? Irene? Yeah, Irene also was first few people that joined her in the beginning, right, Irene? So we do that, alright? So then here the journey begins. So when I finally decided, I thought about it, I said, the more I study Jeunesse, the more I knew, wow, this is a great opportunity. And if I don't get started now, I'll regret it. You know, so I said, I have to take this up. So I decided, okay, fine. I started it, then we started doing. At that time, Jeunesse office have not even opened in Singapore yet. We were ordering our products from US. Okay, all the people, all my neighbors, Tricia, Joanne, Mary, they were all, you know, we were all ordering our products from US. And then that's where the journey begins. All the sharing takes place in the home, okay? Then here, at that time, Daphne came, we have Yvonne Yan, who is our government director right now. At that time, she was just a Ruby director when she came to Singapore. And she started running the business with us. You know, that's how we started this market. And this is our upline, the diamond director, Samson Lee. And then here, okay, this is our first event, okay? This is the first event that we went with Tricia, Mary, Joanne, everybody. And we met Dr. Nobel, right? This is Dr. Nobel here. That's our first event the group went to. And then we saw the potential. Everybody see their future in this business. So it's very important being an event because everybody need to see their future. In order for us to work hard, we need to know what are we doing it for. You see? Right? Okay, now here, this is the gang, the five pioneers that started this business, yeah? And these are all the mummies. When we are having meeting, when the kids go to sleep, then they all come to my house in their pajamas. Okay, that's how we discuss how to do this, you know, how to do this business. So this is Mary. You see me, you see Daphne, you see Joanne, and you see Tricia. Okay. So then here, Jeunesse Singapore opened finally. October 10, 2012. This is a group, and then I went on being given the award of Singapore Emerging Pace Setter Award. Then the Ruby Director Recognition in Pattaya. And then here, okay, Singapore Outstanding Leadership Award. And then here, these are the, you know, I feel I was telling people, it's been a long time, I have not been in school, but this is like collecting trophies after trophies, you know, in school, you know. And that's how I feel when I'm in Jeunesse. I feel very, this story must say, see, now he's really smiling. Okay? Why do I say that? Why do I say now he's really smiling? Okay? Because I want to give hope to all of you who have challenges with your spouse, okay? Because I have big challenges with my spouse. Back then, okay, now very supportive. Oh, now everywhere, computer, everything, what you need help, everything okay, no problem, okay? But back then, right? Oh, this kind of business is not for you. This kind of business is not for you. Now, this and that, there are so many things that you get. So, but I saw what I saw, you know. I believe in what I believed in. And at that time, so hard to drag him for event, you know, so hard to go for meeting. As I said, being in meeting is important because you hear it for yourself, you listen to yourself, you get what I mean? Right? But when you go back home, your spouse who did not listen to all this, the cold water will boom, you know? Yeah, that's what somebody say, you know, the trees, they cannot grow without being watered by cold water. If you put hot water, die, right? So it becomes stronger and stronger. Okay? So now he's really smiling because you know why? He's enjoying the privilege that Jeunesse is giving us. We are going Alaska cruise, we are going Macau, you know, we get director dinner and all that. It is really, really fun. Okay? Then here, that's how I feel. If you ask me, personally, I feel so important in Jeunesse. Just nearly 26 months I'm in this business. You know, that's why I was telling Jiang Lao Shi outside, so, like VIP treatment, you know. But, you know, I want to tell you because why? When I was sitting and listening to all the successful people on the stage, and I was sitting like you, probably, Lily, okay? When I was sitting, but I feel so excited. I need to go out there. I feel like, wow, the way they march us, they march them in. Wow, it's like that kind of feeling. I said, hey, I need to be there. It's just like even for Emerald, I remember they play an Emerald video. Anybody, you remember the Emerald video? That was a great drive. I said, I need to be there. Hawaii, Maui, I must go there. So you got to make it a point that it's a must. Then only you channel all your energy and focus to go and fulfill that goal. Alright? And then here, there you go. In Jeunesse, I feel that the very first Jeunesse meeting that I attended, and I already heard the story of the Double Diamond Jason Chiang and also Tina Hu. Their story from rags to riches, you know, how they were. Later you'll hear from him personally, how they were before when they joined Jeunesse and who they are today. You know, it's so inspiring. To me, these are inspiration, and I feel like, you know, I always dream that I say one day I will come up here because somebody inspired me, and I want to be here to inspire other people as well. Alright, so I end this sharing.
And then you're around him for a while, you just go, you know? You will know what I mean when he comes onto stage, okay? And he's somebody who is part of the pioneer batch of this company. He is the #1 person who started this Taiwan's 001. Okay? And he is the very first diamond in Taiwan as well, and now the very first double diamond in Taiwan too. You know, he has such a beautiful story that he has told so many times, and actually I think I should let him do his own talking, so you know what I mean when you say people around him really do love him. Please join me to welcome double diamond Mr. Jason Chiang.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, Singapore. Everybody say English. I'm very worried. So my English is very poor. Forgive me. Okay, say hello. Enough. 我来自于台湾。我姓蒋，叫蒋其瑞，大家叫我 Jason.
I'm a translator. I come from Taiwan and my name is Jason Chiang. Everybody calls me Jason.
我非常的高兴今天到新加坡，我发现新加坡好像已经是我第2个家了。
I'm very happy to be in Singapore today, and I realize that Singapore is like my second home.
Thank you. 所以我每一次听到 Jonathan 叫我 Jason 有没有空到新加坡分享一下你成功的经验？因为很多人很想成功。我说 OK, no problem， 所有的事情我都是第一优先放新加坡。
Every time Jonathan, who is the operations manager for the Singapore office, he asked me, Jason, do you have time? Can you come to Singapore? Because there are many people who are waiting to learn from you, your success story. And I will always put Singapore as a priority and make time to be here.
2009年9月9号之前，我是一个认真工作的上班族。很多人工作是为了改善家庭生活，我认真的工作却为了还债啊。
Before 9th of September 2009, before I joined Jeunesse, I was one of those who take work very seriously and I work very hard. Most people work hard in order to provide themselves with a better life. For me, I was working hard to pay off my debts.
花了很多的时间，就是为了想自己当老板，当公司垮的时候，你要负责任，开始还钱。我认真工作了18年，就是为了还前面做老板这种开心的梦，现在要付出代价。
Try to give you the short version. Most people, when you work hard. You know, for me, I had a dream to be a boss. So I spent 18 years of my life pursuing that dream. Unfortunately, when I was working hard to pay off the debts that I accumulated over the 18 years, that's the price to pay for pursuing my dreams.
我认真的工作，不管白天还是晚上，几乎一天工作16个小时到18个小时。
I work very hard. You know, I work an average 16 to 18 hours a day.
最后我送进了急诊室加护病房。
And I ended up in ICU and an emergency in the hospital.
医生告诉我，如果你再不休息，只剩下6个月可以活。我才50岁啊。
The doctors told me that if you still refuse to rest and slow down, you are left with 6 months of your life. At that time, I was only 50 years old.
医生告诉我的时候，我非常的害怕。人生70才开始，我才刚满50，我不甘愿。
When I first heard the news, I was very scared. And also, you know, I feel very unjustified because I believe that life starts at 70. I was only 50 at that point in time.
所以直到2009年9月9号，当 Jeunesse 这个 business 来的时候，我非常的 shock。我听到了 reserve 有机会可以改变我的健康。
So in September 9, 2009, when Jeunesse came to Taiwan and I come to know about the business and the products, I was really shocked because I realized that reserve could help to improve my health.
我当初是重度的梅尼尔氏症，胃溃疡6公分破洞，12指肠溃疡3公分破洞，肝脏指数超过了3倍。
Any doctors present? I only know one thing he said. He has a 6 cm ulcer in his stomach and he has a variety of medical conditions that he was dealing with at that time.
我吃了10几年的胃药都没有好，结果 reserve 一来的时候，我没有告诉任何人，自己偷偷的吃，一天吃7包、8包、9包、10包，反正剩6个月可以活嘛。
I've been taking Western medication for more than 10 years and it never improved my condition. But I quietly started to take reserve without telling anyone. I took 7, 8, 9, 10 sachets a day. And I was just thinking to myself, well, I only have 6 months to live anyway, so what's there to fear?
结果没有想到，过了6个月，我还活着。
But who would have thought of the 6 months I was still alive?
所以我要说 Jeunesse business amazing, changing all my life. 现在我已经多活了5年。
Well, relative to the days when he was told he was left with 6 months, he had lived another 5 years.
我的身体健康状况已经像30岁年轻人的健康。
My health now, my health condition is akin to somebody in his 30s.
更刺激的是，我在3年前52岁，我又结婚，还生一个2岁半的小孩。
More excitingly, 3 years ago when I was 52 years old, I got married again, and I now have a child who is 2.5 years old.
你看我像55岁的人吗
Do I look like I'm 55 years old?
So we are generation young. OK， 当我开始接触了杰斯这个生意，我觉得 I want to change my life.
So when I first got in touch with the business in Jeunesse, I really think that I want to change my life.
可是没有公司，没有产品，没有用得好的人，也没有赚到钱的人，我该怎么办？
But at that time, there was no company, there was only one product, there was no testimonials, nobody to share great stories, and nobody has made money yet. What should I do?
我找了7个、8个、9个这些朋友，希望跟我一起工作，一起创事业。他们都说小心诈骗集团。
I spoke to 7, 8, 9 people, and I'd like them to join me to work with me in this business. But they all told me, "Be careful. This is a scam."
我继续找10个、11、12、13，他们联合起来告诉我，你是不是在改行做诈骗集团？
I continued to talk to more people, more than 10 people, and together collectively they actually came to ask me, "Are you actually involved in a scam?"
我一路坚持到底，我没有放弃。最后，我把身上所有的钱，新台币只有400多块。 我留下了加摩托车油的钱，剩下买20个馒头过1个月。
So I spent all the money I have on me with only 400 new Taiwan dollars left on me. I kept some to refuel my motorcycle as well as I bought 20 buns that were to last me for a month.
我永远记住第一个邀约的董事长约在咖啡厅。 把我身上最后剩下来120块钱台币，请他喝咖啡。他刚好点了一杯120块钱的咖啡。
I remember the very first businessman friend that I invited to have coffee with me. We met at a cafe. I had only 120 new Taiwan dollars with me right at that point in time, and just so happened, my friend ordered a coffee that cost 120 new Taiwan dollars.
我非常认真的告诉他50分钟1个小时，最后他笑笑的拍拍我的肩，你会成功。没有参加。
So I spent 50 minutes an hour sharing very, very passionately, and I took it very seriously. I shared with him, and at the end of the sharing session, my friend pat me on the shoulder and said, "You will be successful." But he did not join me.
结果我继续认真的工作，有一天不小心我做到了 Emerald 绿宝石总裁，他听到了这个风声，打电话给我。
So I continued to persevere and I continued to do my best for the business and put my best foot forward, and eventually I became an Emerald director. A little bit of success, and my friend heard about this and gave me a call.
他说：“小蒋啊。” 恭喜你！听说你现在1个月可以赚3万多块美金，你当初为什么没跟我讲清楚
So my friend said, "Congratulations, Jason! I heard that you're now making more than $30,000 US a month. Why didn't you explain yourself clearer the last time when you spoke to me?"
我心里想，我当初讲得非常清楚，要不然我们再碰面，我再讲一次。
So I was thinking to myself, is that actually I did give you a very clear explanation. I did try and give you the whole picture at that time. Well, maybe we can meet up together and I'll explain to you again.
后来他告诉我，因为面子不好意思，他就说没关系，小蒋，想一想，你也要感谢我，当初我没有这样激励你，你也不会成功。
And my friend actually. Out of faith, he was a little bit embarrassed, but he had to salvage some pride. So he said, "You know what? You owe your success to me. If I did not, say that if I join you then, you may not be as successful as you are today."
所以做杰斯这个生意很好玩，人的嘴上下2片皮，他想怎么说，我也没有办法。
So it's actually Jeunesse is a very fun business. You cannot control what other people say, but it is a very fun business.
所以你要一路坚持到底，你不放弃，不要去认为你现在会赚多少钱，后面赚的超乎你的想象。
So the key here is that you have to persevere and continue to pursue your dreams. Do not think about how much money you can make right now, because the money that you are going to make in the future will surpass your wildest imagination.
各位有没有发现，我越讲越兴奋？
Can you tell that I am increasingly excited the more I talk?
因为我这1秒钟的收入跟下1秒不一样。
Because the amount of money now, this second, and the next second is completely different.
所以杰斯的生意千万不要卖东西。
So in Jeunesse, our business is not selling products.
我们都是分享自己的故事。当你还没有自己的故事，可以分享上面台上这些个人的故事。
Our business is about sharing stories. If you don't have your own stories to share right now, you can borrow all the stories that you have heard on stage and share those.
非常重要的一件事情，今天我一定要分享给在座想成功的伙伴。
Something very important I must share with every one of you today.
杰斯不是直销，不是传销，它是 e-commerce.
Jeunesse is not direct selling. It's not direct selling. It is actually e-commerce.
所以你的很多朋友，你上面很多的领袖都会告诉你，大量的列名单，大量的邀约。
So you may have leaders who tell you you have to start listing name lists and then invite them.
千万不可以，因为你刚听完了，非常的兴奋，说不清楚。你列了200个名单，打200个电话，全部死光光。
The problem with that is that when you first hear about this opportunity, you're very excited. But when you go out and share with your friends, you don't know how to say it or how to repeat what you have heard. So if you call all these people, chances are you are actually not doing them a favor.
所以千万不要拿你的亲戚、朋友、认识的人去练习，会死得很惨。
So do not use your friends and your family as practice.
要拿陌生人练习，这才是正确的。
Practice on people you don't know.
所以你自己的名单这么珍贵，你一定要找你上面 upline 厉害 full power 的人来帮助你完成。
Because your contact, your network is so precious. You have to ask your uplines, to help you to speak to them and not you go out and speak to yourself when you are not even sure what it is that you got yourself into.
做杰斯要非常的开心，每天越开心越兴奋，你的钱会越来越多。
To do Jeunesse business, you must keep yourself positive. The happier you are and the more smiles you give, you will actually see more money coming in.
所以你要想办法，右边找一个汪记，左边找一个 Jason Jiang。
So all you have to do, you must find ways and means to find a Wanchi on your right side and a Jason on your left.
所以你一定要坚持到底，永不放弃。因为这些个朋友不是每一个人都愿意听你话的。
So you must persevere and do not give up because all these friends, not everybody will listen to you.
记住一个重点，佛度有缘人，这个不要 next。
So remember a key point, everyone, there's some who may say no to you. It's okay, next.
Okay. 我会常常来新加坡帮助所有的朋友。各位要记住，新加坡并没有我的组织，我自己花钱，自己住酒店来帮助大家耶。
I'm committed to come to Singapore to support and to help you grow. I want you to know that actually I have no team here in Singapore on my own, but I come here out of my own expenses to support the teams here in Singapore who wants more out of your business.
因为Jeunesse改变了我的生活，改变了我的命运。我是杰斯公司终身的志工，你们需要我，我会永远站在你们这边。
Because Jeunesse has transformed my life, has transformed my health, has given me a whole new life. I am a lifetime volunteer. I will be here to support all of you. As long as you need me, I will be here.
最后非常简单，做杰斯不要想太多，不要一天到晚这里学那里学，你只要搞清楚，让人家知道杰斯的价值，就叫做 opportunity 了。
So to do Jeunesse business very simple, okay? Don't overthink it. The simple thing is, as long as you can showcase and you can share the value of the Jeunesse business opportunity, then it will make a difference to someone and they will seize the opportunity too.
新人加入不代表他成功啊，他要下决心。最后，你要教他如何跨出成功的第一步，帮助新人，让他自己会做。
For new members who have joined, what's most important for the person is that the person must make up the mind that he wants to be successful in this platform. Then your job then is to hold their hand and to teach the person how to do the business in the early stages.
所以做杰斯，蒋老师送给各位最好的礼物，就是这2个东西都在我的 Facebook。 美商杰斯环球有限公司双钻石总裁蒋其瑞 join 进去，往下拉就有 opportunity 跟 NDO， 有没有很简单
？So my gift to you is 2 things. If you go to Facebook and you look for me, Double Diamond Jason Chang, okay, and you join, then you actually will see 2 things. One is an opportunity introduction as well as a new distributor orientation program.
今天最重要的，我来到了新加坡，我非常感谢 Jonathan。当然，我最感谢的是 Wendy、Randy、Scott、Isabel、Jonas 这个 family。今天我来 ，Jonathan 要送给各位在座的每一个一个大的礼物，你们要不要？
I want to thank Jonathan for inviting me, and I also want to thank our Jeunesse family, Wendy, Randy, Scott, and his lovely wife Isabel. And tonight, Jonathan has something extra special for all of you. Do you want to find out?
非常恭喜大家！现在让我们用最热烈的掌声欢迎新加坡公司的经理 Jonathan 上台。